Chelsea. Aubameyang! Oh, brilliant! He took it first time and with devastating effect. Put through by Steve Bold. Would you believe it?
I don't want to waste what's left. The storms we
Life in the
chase.
game, according to the referee, and Bergkamp certainly life in head.
No, I don't want to waste what's left. And on we'll go.
Henri. What a goal!
Dance through the highways till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go.
He's in again. Pushed out by Bartes. Wiltor!
What is up, guys? Welcome back to another show. Listen, I hope you're all keeping safe and well. I hope you're all catching your breath, because Jesus Christ, has it not been a mad 48 hours of just controversy, news, and then yesterday it all blew up, didn't it? Let's be honest. And it's mad. Everybody's calling yesterday Justice Day, because do you know what? We had the Super League, all that drama, everybody leaving the Super League. And then alongside that, which is equally important in my view, we had the guilty verdict of Derek Chauvin in the George Floyd trial, which is equally as important. But they all come ahead on the same day, didn't they? It all like merged into one massive, great, big, long line of revelations and everything happening. It all really started with Chelsea and their fans trying to stop the Super League. And fair play to them. Let me say this: fair play to them. Fair play to what they did, because that's what they done was fantastic. What they done was really, really good. Listen, I'm going to get into some of your comments a little bit down the line in the stream, but let me say this, guys: what they done, Chelsea fans, hats off, because if I'm being honest, they kicked it all off, didn't they? They sparked a chain of events that put pay to this Super League. It put pay to it. Everybody started leaving, and it all just fell apart in spectacular fashion. And Arsenal are out. Arsenal are out of this European competition. Do you know what? This will be the one and only time. This will be the one and only time that you hear me be excited that Arsenal are out of Europe. It's the one and only time that you guys will hear me be jubilant of that fact. And it's just mad. It's total mad, isn't it? It's total crazy. Absolute crazy. But I really wanted to pop on and basically give a message. Like, the fact that Arsenal are out is brilliant. The fact that we are out and normal services has been resumed is kind of a good thing. But listen, this is just the start of it. This is just the beginning. Because what this has done, being in the Super League, the fact that these owners, and I'm not just directing this at our club as well, because obviously Man United and Liverpool are having the same problem. They're having the same problem. So what I'm saying to you guys is, don't let up. And this is my message to Arsenal fans. We need to go hit hard on these owners to get them out of our club. And I'm aiming this at Arsenal fans, because I'm sure Man United fans will do the same, and Liverpool fans will do the same as well. But we need to stop these owners. And when let me be clear on this as well, because this is, and I wanted to come on and give my thoughts. Let me be clear when I say that just protesting isn't going to be enough. We've seen Stan Kroenke not give a shit about protests in the past. He's not going to know that. So just protesting is not going to be nearly enough. Not going to be nearly enough to get these owners out of the club. Like, I'm not saying don't protest. I think the protest is the right thing to do. And I'm looking into the possibility of going up on Friday to join in the protest. If I can, as you guys know, I live 4 hours away from London, so it's just going to be like a massive trip. Just to go up and then come back. But let me be clear, when I say protest, the normal protests aren't going to work. It's all well and good standing outside the Emirates Stadium going, we want Kroenke out, we want Kroenke out, we want Kroenke out. It's going to be a fruitless effort. Let me tell you that. It's going to be fruitless. What I mean by we need to go harder and we need to go brutal is we need to stop the game. I know look, a lot of people are going to be like, what the fuck are you talking about? But seriously, we need to stop the game, prevent it from happening until the club listen to us. And I know that sounds easier said than done, because you've got to be aware, you can't just stop it. You can't, you've got to do it in a way that stays within the parameters of the law. So you've got to do that. But what I'm saying to you is we need to kind of somehow make people listen to us as fans. Look at Chelsea, right? Yeah, their protest was so successful because they stopped the team bus from entering. Like Petr Cech had to come out and basically plead with the fans. Do you know what I'm saying? That's the kind of thing I'm talking about. We need to do that. We need to stop the game, not because we're trying to put the players and the manager in the crossfire, because I've been a great believer of we need to kind of keep them out of it as much as possible. But we need to do something that makes the board go, hold on a second. These guys are serious. These guys actually mean fucking business. These guys actually, if we don't do something, things are going to get worse. Things are going to get horrible. And we need to do this now. While it's a big storm in the media, while everybody, the world is watching football right now, even though the Super League has disbanded and it looks like it's collapsed, people are still watching because they're going to watch the fallout from this. And my message to Arsenal fans is, don't just protest. Don't just stand outside the stadium and go, we want Kroenke out, we want Kroenke out, because it ain't going to work. It's going to be a fruitless effort. It's going to be a pointless thing, because we've done that before. And have they listened? No, they haven't. They haven't listened. They have not fucking listened. So when I say go hard, we need to actually, and I mean this, like, stay within the parameters of the law, because, I'm not all for lawless fucking looting and stuff like that. I'm not all for that. I'm totally against that. So we need to stay within the parameters of the law, but we need to do a protest that makes them take notice. And actually, if you kind of prevent the game from happening and stuff, I know that sounds mad and it sounds extreme, and I'm probably going to get booted off YouTube for inciting this, but I'm not inciting violence. I'm not inciting something that hurts in any way, shape or form. I'm not saying that at all. So anybody clips this and tries to make out that I'm inciting violence or anything. I'm putting it on the record. I'm not inciting that. But what I'm saying to you is normal protests, they ain't going to fucking work. Let's be real here. You can stand outside and chant Cronky out to the cows come home. You can stand outside and say that till the cows come home. You can shout, sing to your heart's content. He ain't going to hear that. He ain't going to take notice. He's over in America. He don't give a shit. He probably won't even know that protests are happening. But what I'm saying to you is, if we stop the game or prevent it or delay it or cause a big ruckus to the game going ahead, people are going to sit up and take notice. Not so much the football associations are going to take notice, and they'll probably back us as well because they didn't want the Super League to go ahead in it. And it is the owners that wanted this to go ahead. So if they happened, we'll probably have the might of the football world on our side. We probably would have, as long as it's done respectfully, we will probably have the guys on our side. We'd have everybody on our side because everybody's been on our side. But what I'm saying is, if we leave this and let things die down, it's all just going to turn into the usual protest, and nobody is going to really listen. We need to strike while the iron is hot. We need to, while everything's up in the air, while it's in the media, while it's in the forefront of everybody's minds, we need to do this. We need to do something that will make them sit up and take notice. That will make people take notice. And I actually think stopping the game or preventing it or doing what we can to kind of disrupt the normal flow of football will make the board listen, because they're going to have to, like, let me put it this way, right? Say we try and stop the game, right? Yeah. And I know it's hard for people that live internationally. So listen, I know it's kind of, it's people that I'm appealing to that are directly going to be at the protests. But you guys internationally as well can play your part by, I know there's a lot of people here that have YouTube channels. There's a lot of people here that are on YouTube. Make your voice known. Absolutely. Make it known. Clip it, tweet it, do whatever you have to do. Make your voice heard. You don't necessarily have to be at the protests to play your part. You can make your voice known. There's a lot of people that have platforms that aren't able to go to join into protests. So make it known. Make it known that Stan Kroenke, we're coming for you. We are coming for you. We ain't letting up this time. We ain't giving in. We are not letting you Americanize our football game. We are not letting you ruin the values of football. We are not letting you ruin the values of Arsenal. We are not letting you destroy the football game that we all love and that we've loved for a long time in this country, that has striked, football has touched everybody's hearts in any way possible. The kids that grow up, they dream and aspire to be footballers. Not everybody makes it. So we need to send a message to these owners. And I tell you, like, Stan Kroenke is one of those owners that doesn't pay attention. Like Chelsea, fair play to them. They listen to their fans. This is what I was saying yesterday. I put a tweet out yesterday. Chelsea listen to their fans. They listened to their fans. Our owners don't listen. They don't listen. They couldn't give a toss about what we do. And this is why I'm saying that normal protesting, just standing outside a stadium going, we want Kroenke out, we want Kroenke, it's going to be fruitless. And this is just me being honest. It's going to be fruitless. It's going to be unintent. It's going to be, sure, it will probably have some effect, and it will probably get broadcast on Sky News, and Sky Sports will be like, Arsenal fans protest. But it's not going to be the same as if you prevent something from happening, like a game or something. The players, the manager are gonna take notice. It's going to directly affect something, which means that if it directly affects the game or something, then some immediate action has got to be taken. Do you see what I'm saying here? Some immediate action has got to be taken. Like, you can't, and I know a lot of people might think I'm stupid, and I've not delved into the comments yet, so I'm gonna do that very shortly. But we need to actually stop this. We need to make them take immediate action. And do you know who else needs to go from our club as well? Vinai. We need to get him out of our club, because let me tell you something, he's just as culpable. Sure, I think that the Kroenkes and their stupid company are all behind this. But Vinai, do you know what? You're part of it, mate. And I'm sorry, you need to disappear as well. You need to disappear and resign your post, because there's no way you can come back from this. I'm sorry. There's no way that anybody is going to take you seriously. But the bigger problems are the Kroenkes. We need to get them out. And the way to do it is to do something that makes them and the board take immediate action. And I just don't feel that just protesting by standing out chanting is going to make them take immediate action. It did with Chelsea, because Chelsea listened. Because Chelsea listened to their fans, and they have done. When they've wanted a manager sacked, they have listened, but our owners don't. So this is why I'm saying that we need to do something more than just the normal protests. We need to do something more than just standing outside a stadium chanting, we want Kroenke out, because let's be real here, it ain't going to work. I would love it to work. I really would. I would love it to work. Share this as well, everybody. Share this. What I'm telling you, share it in every Arsenal forum, because I tell you what, I've had enough of these fucking jokers trying to ruin football. And do you know what? Everybody's on our side. Everybody who loves football, because what it's shown as well, let me say this right, yeah, the failed Super League attempt, what it's shown is the owners have shown their hand. And there's no coming back from that. Liverpool owners, I saw their heartfelt apology that they put out to Liverpool fans. It's total bollocks. Don't buy any of it. Total, absolute bollocks. The Glazers at Man United as well. Total bollocks. Don't buy their stupid apologies for not 1 second. Total bollocks. And you see that Arsenal statement that Arsenal put out as well? What a stupid statement. I don't buy any of that fucking bollocks as well. And do you know what? Do you know what makes me really fucking angry? Is that they tried, especially from Arsenal's point of view, because I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm looking at it now from Arsenal's point of view. They tried to blame the pandemic. They tried to blame the fact that they've got no money. Let's be honest here, right? Yeah. You guys have got no fucking money because you've mismanaged the club. You've spent it poorly. You've absolutely fucking run our club into the ground. That's the reason why you've got no money. Don't blame it on the pandemic. Blame it on yourselves, because you've fucking spent our money. 35 million. You spent it on fucking Granit Xhaka instead of N'Golo Kante. 72 million overpaying for Pepe. Do you know what I'm saying here? So don't sit there going, oh, but the pandemic, we've lost money because of the pandemic. We've lost money because everybody's losing money because of the pandemic. No, don't use the pandemic as an excuse. You've lost money because you fucked up. You overspent You fucking ruined the club. And then you want to try and do this bullshit Super League that goes against the integrity of football, goes against sporting merit, goes against everything because you want to Americanize the sport. Well, I'll tell you what you can do, Stan Kroenke, right? Yeah. You can take your fucking Americanization and fuck off with it because it ain't welcome over here. English fans want English football. We have our own way of doing stuff. And the same with these fucking European owners as well. See, the president of fucking Real Madrid, I know you're not American, but let me tell you something, right? Yeah, you can probably do one as well because you talk so much over the last 48 hours. You've talked so much bollocks that you need a fucking bullshit award. Seriously. And you know what? It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. We need to fucking do something right now to get these parasites out of our club, to get these fucking American owners. And I've got nothing against American people, so I want to put this out on record because I've got American friends. I've got friends who are American, and there's American Arsenal podcasters that I really that I've got a lot of respect for. So I've got nothing against Americans at all because I love going to the States. It's one of my favorite places to go. But could you imagine? Let me say this as well, right? Could you imagine trying to force our kind of culture of sport on Americans? They wouldn't tolerate it. They wouldn't tolerate it. They have their own, sports like the NFL, and I'm sure it works well, and I'm sure a lot of people enjoy it. But you can't try and force different cultures in different sports onto different countries when they have their own cultures, they have their own way of doing things. I'm sure. Could you imagine us trying to change the NFL, like English owners going over there? Well, maybe we should do a soccer style thing or football style thing to try and change the NFL. Like, we'd get laughed out of the States. We'd probably get shot out, to be honest. We'd probably get. Do you know what I'm saying? We'd probably get shot. So. And these American owners think they can come over and try and change the philosophy, try and force their way of American sports onto us when they're two different things. And do you know the funny thing is, right? Yeah. No, do you know the funny thing is 90% of American Arsenal fans don't want this either. So it's what are they thinking? What are they absolute thinking? And I just want to apologize if I have missed any super chats because I realized I've been ranting for 20 minutes and it's I wasn't doing this as a rant, but it's kind of turned out that way. Big up Arsenal Manic. Big up Randy. Big up Roadmap. Big up Stefan. Let's have a look here. Where are these comments? Let's big up Russ as well in the chat. Exactly. The apology's fake, Arsenal Manic. The apology's fucking fake. It is. It's total bollocks, mate. It's total absolute bollocks. And it's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. It's, I don't know. Step, the owner of Liverpool showed his face to apologise. Where's Stan Kroenke? Kroenke's nowhere to be seen. And that's, do you know what? This is why, guys, this is why I'm saying to you that normal protests aren't going to work. Normal protests are not going to work because our owner doesn't give a fuck what the fans think. You know what I mean? It's mad. Ian Pedrick says, as the great man said, it's time to go. It fucking is. It's time to go for these fucking American owners that think they can shove out their way of sport on us. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. And let me tell you something, right? Yeah. Let me tell you something. We need to go hard. We need to go hard and we need to go brutal. Now, anybody that we can all play our part. We can all play our part, whether you're international, whether you're or going to the protest. We can all play a part. Do you know what I'm saying? It's mad. It's mad. But we can all do our part, guys. We can all do our part. And here's the thing as well. Like, honestly, the things that just really annoyed me about Arsenal's statement is what I've just said back along when I was kind of in the middle of my rant about them accusing the pandemic, which is totally laughable because we fucked. We fucked up way before the pandemic hit. So they want to sit there and use the pandemic. Honestly, guys, I want these owners gone. Stan Kroenke, right? Yeah. Let me tell you something. Every Arsenal fan is coming for you. Every Arsenal fan is coming for you. And when I say this, right? When I say this, I mean it. Every Arsenal fan is coming for you. On Friday, it's going to be absolute scenes. And it better be as well. If other Arsenal fans bottle out, I ain't going to be happy. Everybody needs to pull together to get these owners out. We need to get them gone. We need to make that a priority. Do you know what, right? Let me say this. I would rather put all our efforts into getting these owners out than qualifying for the Champions League next season. And do you know why? Because the long term of the club is under threat. We can qualify for the Champions League anytime. We can do that next season. I would gladly, if it meant if we could get rid of the Kroenkes and it meant another season out of the top Europe's top table, then I'll gladly swap it. I really would. I would gladly give up a season in the Champions League if it meant getting out the Euro. If it meant getting these out. Randy, thank you for your super chat. He said thoughts on Ed Woodward resigning. I know you Glazers out, mate. I'm everyone out. I am, and I know you're doing it because you're taking the piss about Man United. But let me tell you something. Let me tell you seriously, right? Yeah. Anyone that threatens the ethos of football as we know it, anybody threatens our way of life when it comes to football and supporting football, I'm against it. I want all of them gone. I want all of them gone. I want Glazers gone. I want the Liverpool guys gone. I want ours gone. I want all of them gone. Do you know what? What do you do, right? Yeah, let me tell you something. And I'm probably people are probably gonna clip this and take this the wrong way. But this is how I feel. What do you do if you got a brain tumor? You cut it out and you zap it out. That's what we need to do with these American owners. We need to get rid of it because it's ruining football, ruining our club, ruining everything that we love. You know what I'm saying? It's mad. We just need to get rid of these guys. It's just, I don't know. It's just, honestly, guys, right? I'm just so, I'm at that point now where enough is enough. And I know we've been here before, but this is the perfect time to really go hard. Enough's enough with these fucking owners thinking that they can ruin everything. And it's just, we need to do something now. We need to all pull together as Arsenal fans. We need to forget rivalry about YouTube influences and forget who's got more subscribers than who, and we need to forget about who's got who wants Arteta in, who wants Arteta out. We need to forget all of that, put it to one side, because we all need to come together and we need to make a stand and get rid of these owners, because this has gone on for too long. And if they don't sell up, and here's the thing, how can they possibly still own the club after this? How can they possibly sit there knowing that they were going to rip everything apart as we know it, and then they come out and apologize, and yet they think that that's just going to be forgotten about? They think that, don't worry, the fans, don't worry, the fans, they'll forgive us. Let me tell you something. Forgiveness, they've got to earn it. They've got to fucking earn the forgiveness. And I ain't forgiving Stan Kroenke nothing. I ain't forgiving Vinay as well. He needs to go. I ain't forgiving. See that Ivan Gazidis, who I read today, was probably one of the leading people behind it. Let me tell you something, that bald-headed prick as well at AC Milan. I ain't forgiving you. I hope you wake up and have a heart attack today and realize that your fucking plan's foiled. I hope that you are experiencing anxiety and everything like that. I seriously do, mate, because I tell you something now. You tried to ruin Arsenal, then you fucked off to AC Milan, and then you're trying to do your poor attempt at lining your own pockets. Well, I hope you are getting shit flung your way all day today. I serious, and I hope you lose your job, and I hope you never work in football again, because you're an absolute disgrace, a fucking disgrace. And see you, Vinay, as well. You can disappear, absolutely disappear, because if you don't resign, let me tell you something, you're going to get the sack sooner or later. And let me tell you something, Vinay, right? Yeah. If you try and approach Arsenal fans on Friday, there's going to be a massive shitstorm coming your way. Absolutely, there is. Private investors should never be allowed into a football club, says Grant. I remember Craig Wright sold Rangers Arsenal shares. Yeah, it's mad. It's mad. Big up Seri, watching from Spain. How much is the current valuation of Arsenal? Who would buy it? It's 1 billion. But here in Spain, we're really fucked up. Exactly. Arsenal Manic says, Daniel, that's what the Liverpool and Man United YouTube channels are saying. The owners can't show their faces now. They have to stand down. Exactly. Here in Spain, Madrid and Barca, also Atletico Madrid, do whatever they want in the National League. Right, let's have a look here. Where fans own 50% of the club and private investors own 49%, says Randy. Yeah, something's got to happen. Something's got to happen because it's disgusting. It's fucking vile, and I am ashamed right now of what Arsenal's become. Because you guys know, right? Yeah, I've said this on stream, and I might not have said it enough, so you might not remember it. But I have always backed Arsenal. You know, as an Arsenal fan with a disability, I've said countless times. I said, you know, I'm proud of Arsenal because they are really good with fans who have a disability. I've said, you know, that the facilities are no other ground has got facilities like ours for disabled supporters. No other ground has got a guide dog pen on the side of the stadium where fans can take their guide dogs, so that there's a toilet for them if they need to go and toilet. No other stadium has got anything like that, not to my knowledge. That other stadiums and other clubs are getting better and they're improving because there's cross support for all the clubs when it comes to disability fans, but nothing like what Arsenal do. You know, Arsenal have their own commentary team set up for disabled fans, and I've always been a believer as a match going fan, as a season ticket holder. I couldn't ask for any more when it comes to the way they treat disabled fans. But I'll tell you something now, all that goes out the window because of what they've done. All that goes out the window because this stunt they tried to pull is total bollocks. It really is. And it's disgusting. And they think that some crackpot apology is going to make up for it. It doesn't. It doesn't. It nowhere near makes up for it. It's disgusting. They think that they can win us over like that. And you know what? Fans can't be bought. Fans can't be bought. And you know, Stan Kroenke sits there thinking that he was going to line his own pockets using Arsenal. Well, let me tell you something. It ain't going to happen. Your Super League thing failed. It absolutely failed. And you know, from what I've been hearing as well, and this is why I'm going hard in on the owners, that according to Charles Watts, a lot of board members at Arsenal disagreed with the Super League plans, and a lot of board members were unaware of what was going on. Now, whether you believe that or not is entirely up to you. But if that is true, then that's another reason why these owners probably didn't. They wanted to just pocket. They wanted to pocket money for themselves. And see these owners, right? Yeah, them and the Glazers at United, and whoever it is, the other guy, I can't pronounce his fucking name. The other guy at fucking Liverpool, who come out and basically put that bullshit thing out. They probably put their heads together and thought, you know what, we can make big dollar here. You know, we can make big dollar. It's mad. Argav says the Kroenkes are going to ride the wave, sadly. Let me tell you something, though. They're not going to be allowed to ride the wave, because I'm telling you, we need to stop the game on Friday. Stop it. Stop it. Stop the game on Friday until the Kronk. Let me tell you something, right? Yeah. Stop the game on Friday until somebody. And this is how ambitious we need to be when it comes to protests. Stop the game on Friday and say, listen, we ain't going anywhere. We are not moving until you lot, until we hear from Stan. We're not moving until we. Do you know what? As mad as this sounds, and a lot of people are probably going to laugh at what I'm going to say. You need to. These protests need to stay outside the Emirates until Stan is forced to make some kind of public statement, to come out of his shell And if that means preventing the game from go ahead, well, listen, so be it, because it's got to happen. And you know, the sad thing is as well, if we'd done it, we would probably get the backing of the whole football community. Like, and the FA probably wouldn't punish us as well because they know what's happened. They knew what's been happening this week. This is why I'm saying it needs to be done now while it's still in the public eye, while the FA and everybody's on our side. We can't let it die down. We can't let time pass. We have to do it now. Because if we do it now, we're going to get loads of people on our side. I can tell you that. I can promise you that. We're going to probably get footballers on our side. We're probably going to get the backing of so many players. We're going to get loads. Arsenal Alex says, are you going Friday? I'm looking into the possibility of going. It might be that I just get the train up and then after it all finishes, get the train back. But I'm looking into it. We got Bertrand. Right, let's have a look here. From 2008 to 2017, we invest our money in only fucking operations. Exactly. What else we got? Arsenal Alex says, done my reaction video. Yeah, everybody that's got a fan. Thank you, Seri. No worries. Thanks for popping in. Do you think sponsors will pull out? It could happen. Right, let's have a look here. Big up Mark Harris. Bertrand says, take it to the streets. Show up or show out. Exactly. Tribers watches. Big up to them. First sponsor to pull out after they saw what Liverpool did. Exactly. Big up Mark Harris from Oz as well. Thanks for tuning in, bro. But I'm telling you guys, like, we need to actually just act now. And we can't let up. We need to act now. Share this, guys. Share this content. Hit the like button. Subscribe. Share. Listen, you know, I want to get this out. I want to get this because I realized I've proper ranted today. And, yeah, and you know, the sad thing is I wasn't going to come on and rant. I was going to come on and put a clear message. But I just get so wound up. Every time I think about it, it winds me up. Every time I think about what could have happened, it just winds me up because they tried and failed. They tried to turn us into American. They tried to turn it into the NFL and it failed. Absolutely failed. But now we can't just let this slide. Because let me tell you something, Man United fans are going to do the same. Liverpool fans are going to do the same. Listen, Liverpool fans are some of the most passionate supporters in England. And we need to do the same. Chelsea fans, I don't... Do you know the sad thing is, right, yeah? I don't get why Chelsea... I don't get why Chelsea, Man City, or Liverpool needed to go into a European Super League. Apart from, you know, the American owners making money, it made no sense. Like, I sort of get it why I don't agree with it, but I sort of maybe understood why Arsenal were going for this because we've been dog shit for years. We haven't had success for years. But Liverpool and Man City, Liverpool's just won the league. They're really successful in the Champions League. which is probably the biggest competition in club European in club football. Man City, listen, they've got enough money that they can ride any wave. Chelsea, again, have got enough money so they can ride any wave. So it made no sense why they needed to go into this. Arsenal, Man United, I can sort of get it because, you know, we've been dog shit for years. Do you know what I mean? Both clubs, we've been dog shit for years. So I can sort of get it. But Chelsea, Man City and Liverpool, who have actually... And you know the sad thing is, right, yeah, Liverpool fans should be really pissed off because do you know why? All their good work, all their praise... We've sat here on streams, guys, haven't I? I've sat here and a load of Arsenal fans have sat on other podcasts, on other channels and said the same thing. Liverpool is the ideal model to try and aspire to be. They've done things the right way. The self-sustaining model, they've done it the right way. And that all gets blown out the water because their owners tried to do exactly the same thing as what AS did, as what United fans did, as what Chelsea did and Man City did. So I just, it's absolutely baffling. It really is. Breaking news: Kronk buys B&Q. Do you know B&Q over here is a hardware store? Daniel, have you heard that these clubs are attracted because they've been offered a huge deal by PL and UEFA? I'm not sure. I've not heard that, to be fair. But it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me. Big up Static, he said, are you early? Yeah, I realize I'm not being really consistent with the timings as well. I need to get more consistent. It's just I've just sat here this morning and I wasn't planning on doing a stream until later this evening. And I just sat here this morning and I was seeing everybody on Twitter and it just made me, I wanted to put my opinions across, but I didn't want to do it in a whole succession of tweets. And I thought, you know, I got my channel. I don't just go on there and rant. Exactly. Let's have a look here. At least we can move on from this Super League nonsense, says Omar. It's not the end of it, though. It's not the end of it. Exactly, Grant. He said, don't get too excited. They will try this again unless they get taken out of the club. Exactly. Message of the fucking stream, because they need to. That's what this is only going to get worse unless they get taken out of the club. We need to take these wankers out of our club and we need to fuck them off now. Seriously. We need to say to these owners, you are not ruining our sport. You're not ruining our sport, the sport we love. You ain't ruining it. You know what I mean? Get the hell out now. Get the absolute hell out. You ain't ruining it. You ain't doing what you have threatened. We're not standing for this anymore. And it's disgusting. It is. And do you know what? I needed to get that all off my chest, and I feel quite better now. I've actually got it all off my chest. I needed to vent. But seriously, Arsenal fans, seriously, we need to pull together, and we need to do it now, because we've got the world watching. We've got the backing from everybody. And yeah, we need to strike while the iron is hot. because let me tell you something. If we don't, it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse. And this Super League, we might have fought it off now, but if we don't get these owners out, they're going to try and revamp it and come back in again. Like Grant said, they're going to try and they're going to try and revamp it. They'll have seen the backlash and they'll be like, okay, we'll try and come back of it. They're going to try again unless we get them out. Unless we get them out now, they're going to try again. So yeah, we need to get them out, guys. That's all I can really say. And anybody who's thinking of going on Friday to the protests, I just want to say this. Be safe. Be careful. Stay within the parameters of the law. Don't stray from the parameters of the law, because that's not going to help us one bit. Stay within the parameters of the law, but go hard and go brutal, because that's what we need to do. And just remember what you stand for. Remember who you are. And remember the values of football. And just keep that in mind. And listen, we will get these owners out, but we will only get them out if we are united as an Arsenal fan base. We're only going to get them out if we stick together. We're only going to get them out if we make one almighty fuss. And that's all I got to say, really, guys. That's all I got to say. Do smash the like button. Do subscribe if you are new to the channel. Also hit the share button as well. Would really appreciate it. Thank you to all for tuning in. Listen, I know you guys feel the same with whatever club you support. And, as we've seen before, this has not just affected us as Arsenal fans. It's affected the whole ethos of football and what it stands for. It's affected everybody. So, I know that we're going to have a lot of people on our side, and we're going to have a lot of people backing us. So, yeah, listen, guys, thank you to everybody who's tuned in. Take care of yourselves. Keep the faith. And I'll chat to you all soon. Take care, guys.